Hey guys, today I'm back. I know it's been a long time since I made my last video, or at least it feels like it for me. It's been like 6 days. Usually I post twice a week, like every 3 to 4 days, so it just feels like a very long time. But honestly, I just had schoolwork I had to do. I had a couple exams I needed to focus on, but that's out the way now. But today I wanted to talk about, is this the last time you can buy some of these Sword and Shield boxes at a reasonable price? Now, I made a video about a month ago that is pretty much the exact same thing I'm going to talk about today, but I'm also going to quickly discuss why I'm talking about this right now and kind of why this might be, a little bit redundant to some of you guys that watched that one video like about a month ago. But I wanted to make this video today because I feel like we're coming up on a point where some of these boxes might start actually getting more pricey than it is now. Now, I'll tell you my reasons for that, but before I tell you my reasonings, I just need to explain that I'm not in any way trying to manipulate the market. And I see some people in other channels talk about, market manipulation and how a lot of this is artificial because, people are pumping it up by saying different things. First of all, my channel is not even big enough to do any of that. I have like 700 something subscribers. It's not going to do anything to the market. I'm simply just expressing my opinion. So please don't go in the comments and tell me that I'm trying to manipulate the market. I'm not doing that whatsoever. I'm just kind of, sharing my opinion. And yeah, I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. But here's my reasonings on why I wanted to make this video and talk about this right now. So obviously, in my like 2 videos ago, I made a video talking about it's Black Friday month. It's coming up in a couple of weeks now, and I don't know how many sales there's gonna be for these Sword and Shield boxes, to be honest, because honestly, some of them have gone up like to MSRP now, where there's probably not that much supply that people have that they're willing to like decrease the price of right now because people are still buying them. But for other stuff like maybe the boxes that just got reprinted, there'll be sales for them. But I'm just making this video because if there is any sales for any of these Sword and Shield sets, I honestly would recommend buying them. Obviously, some of them are not as good as others, but I'm going to talk about that today when I go through all the sets. Now, other than Black Friday, another big reason I feel like these sets are going to go up pretty soon, or at least I'm not saying they're going to blast up in price, but they're going to start increasing more, is because of Christmas. Now, obviously, people are going to be buying these boxes during Black Friday, and there's going to be less supply. But I think around Christmas, the time is when these are really going to start going up because people are going to want to buy these boxes for presents or just whatever. And yeah, these boxes, a lot of them haven't gotten reprinted in a while. So I think the prices are going to start going up. So I'm just going to pretty much go through all the sets and the cards in them. And I know this is kind of redundant, like I said in my last video, but hopefully if you didn't watch that last video, this kind of, this title of the video at least drew you into this video so you guys can, see all this stuff. So let's first start talking about Sword and Shield base. Now, with any base set out there in any era, usually they're not that great. This set basically only has the Marnie full art to chase after. There's obviously, the rainbow rares, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of them. I don't think there's a huge market for them. But basically, that's it for these. And also, I got to tell you guys, if you haven't been on TCG Player for a while, they changed the layout of the price guide. So tell me guys in the comments if you guys like this layout better. I think it's pretty cool that you can see the cards a little bit nicer here. But yeah, it looks a little bit cleaner, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me, but I just noticed that. But anyways, yeah, there's just not much in this base set. It's going for right now around $280. So honestly, if you're not trying to complete like a booster box set or whatever, I honestly wouldn't really buy this box. I don't even think there's going to really be any sales for a box like maybe this expensive. But if there is, maybe it'll still be a good pickup. I don't know. But I just think the cards in it aren't going to be that sought after. So like I said, unless you're trying to complete like a booster box set, wouldn't really recommend buying this booster box. Next, we got Rebel Clash. Now, this is another one of the sets that, I really don't have to talk much about. Yes, it has gone up in price. It's what now, like 240 bucks. But the price or the cards in here are not that great. There's the Boss's Order, Sonya, but it's just basically rainbow cards. Wouldn't really recommend sets that just like are basically all rainbow cards because they're not that popular in my opinion. So wouldn't really buy this box, but I just wanted to include it because I'm going through all the Sword and Shield sets. Next, we got Darkness Ablaze. Now, Darkness Ablaze is another one of those bad sets. Don't really got to talk too much about it. There's just the Charizard VMAX. It's not really worth anything. Everything else, just rainbow cards. Another set, I wouldn't really recommend, especially at the price it's at. It's at 115, 120 bucks. You could buy many better sets out there like Silver Tempest and stuff. So, really wouldn't go after this set. But like I said, if you're trying to complete a set, I guess it's fine. But if you're trying to just invest in a set, this is not one of them you really want to invest into. Next, we got Vivid Voltage. Now, this one might be sort of a toss-up. Right now, the price is what, like 130 bucks. Still better sets out there in my opinion you can use that money for. But you can argue that the Pikachu VMAX is going to be the chase card, which, people are going to want to buy the box for later, even though it's basically the only chase card in the set is the Chonkachu VMAX. But, yeah, wouldn't really invest in the set, but if you think this Chonkachu will really carry the set, you can. But at the price it's at right now, I wouldn't buy the set. Next, we got Battle Styles. Now, a lot of people hate on Battle Styles. A lot of people hated on Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike when they were all like $85, $90 booster boxes. I don't have any Battle Styles booster boxes in my collection right now, but I don't think it's a bad investment. However, at the price it's at right now, I would invest into other boxes. But when you could get these for like $80 or even less before, I think that was a really good investment. Because the Tyranitar alternate art, I think, is a pretty nice card. Yes, they're the Urshifu cards that aren't very popular, but they're still decently cool art. But other than that, at the price it's at right now, I honestly wouldn't buy it, but it's not a bad investment. But yeah, if you could have gotten it back then, I would say that it could have been a good pickup. But as it is right now, I would rather invest money somewhere else. This is the first set where they had alternate arts, I believe. But I don't think that's enough to maybe have people want to just open the set just because it's the first set with alternate arts. But there is the Tyranitar. But I don't think the Rapid Strike and Single Strike cards are going to be very sought after. There's a couple waifu cards here. But other than that, it's not really that much going on in here. So really wouldn't buy the set right now unless you can get it for very cheap. Next, we got Chilling Reign. Now, this is where, I think these sets are pretty underrated, which I think they've gotten a little bit more recognition in the past, for like recently. But these are one of the boxes that I really wish I picked up when they were cheap. Chilling Reign. Now, this set everyone hated because it was cheap or whatever before, but if you really look at the cards in here, all of the cards are like super nice. We have the Blaziken VMAX, which obviously is, it's actually gone down in price. I think it was almost $200 before if I check here. Let's see. Yeah, it was going for around 220 and it started to drop. I think that could have been some artificial growth. I'm not very sure. But regardless of that, very nice art in the set. Blaziken, Moltres, they have the Snorlax Secret Rare. It's kind of, crazy that a Secret Rare is this expensive like this, but I think it's just because it's Snorlax. But even just all this art, yes, it's Galarian stuff. Maybe it's not that popular, but the art just in general in the set is really amazing. I think the set is going to do good long term, and I have blisters of the set. I don't have any booster boxes because I wasn't able to get it at like MSRP on the Pokemon Center because they all sold out. But hopefully there'll be some sales during Black Friday where I can pick these up because I do really want to buy some of these boxes. Like I said, I have blisters of them, but I really hope I can actually buy some booster boxes of Chilling Reign. Next, we got Evolving Skies. Now, Evolving Skies is what, like $400 something now? It's like 430, I don't know, around there, 430, 440. A lot of you guys might be, the box price is super expensive. No one's gonna, want to buy at this price. When you get that high in price, where it's around $400, liquidity does sort of become an issue. Right now, it's not that much of an issue because it's still not that old of a set. But I think there's still potential for growth, even though it is super expensive. I mean, the card art is, I know everyone says it, but you can't really deny that this is probably the best set in Sword and Shield in terms of art. It has all the evolutions as Rayquaza, Dragonite. This is an amazing set. So, as it is right now, $430, a lot of people might, see it and be like, there's better place to put your money, which there probably is. But, you can take an example like Team Up, where, I can just pull it up right now, actually, in one of these. I'm going to search up Team Up booster box. If you look at this box, a year ago, it was $900. Right now, it's almost at $2,000. So, you can argue the same thing for Evolving Skies, because I'm pretty sure, I would say this is a similar tier in terms of, art. You could argue this box could do the same thing. I'm not saying it's going to, but don't let the price of it scare you. It could still go up, but I will say you might deal with like liquidity issues, especially if it gets to $1,000, and you are going to have to start worrying about if the box is super expensive. People might if you sell it online, people might complain. There's a lot of stuff, but I think there's still potential even at its high price point. But at the same time, you're going to deal with liquidity issues. Now, I think this is pretty much past the point of reprints. So I think this box price is pretty much just still going to go up. I don't know if there's going to be any deals for like a box like this during Black Friday, but if there is, this is something maybe you want to pick up. Next, we got Fusion Strike. Another one of the sleeper sets, I believe, that back then when the box price was like $85, $90, no one really wanted them, but now the price is around MSRP, like around $144, $150. I think this box is still a good pickup at that price. Now, in Black Friday, if there's sales for this, I'll definitely be picking some boxes up because I do actually want some booster boxes of this set. But this set, it's not talked about a lot of. I feel like, Chilling Reign might be talked about a little bit, but Fusion Strike, I feel like no one talks about, which is very surprising to me. Because if you look at the card art, the Gengar VMAX, whoa, I didn't even know you could do that. I don't have to pull up the cards. Okay. Anyways, that's kind of cool. So the Gengar VMAX, the card art's really nice. Gengar is a very popular Pokemon. Same thing with Espeon. I've actually pulled this card before. I actually was planning on keeping it, but since the card was so expensive, I ended up just selling it. But the card art in this is amazing. This Mew VMAX is pretty cool too. They got the secret rare, but some other cool alternate arts just for the V cards. Overall, the set's very good. They don't have a trainer gallery, which might be kind of a turnoff for some people, but still overall, I think the cards up here are still going to be very wanted in the future. So I think this set is 100% a pickup during this time, even at the price it is right now. Next, we got Brilliant Stars. Now, Brilliant Stars, I've looked at the graph and it's actually starting to go down. Now, I don't think it got a reprint or anything. It might just be, not much demand for the set. But this set is still pretty good. It has the Charizard V alternate art, the Arceus V alternate art. There's some other cool ones down here, but that's basically it for the main set. They have the Marnie card here and some secret rares. But the trainer gallery is also what makes the set great. Not only does it have a few good cards in the main set, it has some evolutions in the trainer gallery, and it has some other cool alternate art looking ones here with the Mimikyu. And overall, pretty strong set. You can get it for a little bit cheaper than MSRP right now. I know Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign are kind of at MSRP right now. But this is still a really good pickup in terms of like the cards inside. Still don't know if there's going to be any deals for this set. I don't think has been a reprint, but the prices are starting to decrease, so maybe there will be some sales. I'm not very sure, but this is another one of those sets I will want to pick up if there is a good deal on them. Next, we got Astral Radiance. Now, Astral Radiance is kind of, I want to say it's on the tier of Battle Styles, but it's getting down there. This is not one of the really popular sets in Sword and Shield, but let's take a look at the cards. We got Machamp V, which is pretty much the most priciest card, and then it really drops down. The cards in here I would say are nice, but I just think that there's better sets to buy. It's kind of the same thing I feel like with Battle Styles. I would say this is better than Battle Styles, but it's getting to that tier where people may not really want to people may not really care about these sets. But the better thing about this set is that there's actually a trainer gallery, and there's the Starmie with the Misty on it, as you can see here. There's the Garchomp. So I would say if you can get a good deal in this box, pick it up. But at its price right now, it's at around $120. I would buy something else. But still, if you buy this, it's not a bad pickup. But I would honestly, in my personal opinion, only really pick it up if there's a sale for it. Now we got Lost Origin. Now, these last two sets, Lost Origin and Silver Tempest, if you know, they both got reprints recently. And you can see with the graphs, it's dropped for both of them. Honestly, out of the two, with Lost Origin and Silver Tempest, I don't want to get my head of myself with the talking about Silver Tempest, but honestly, I prefer Lost Origin, and I'll kind of tell you why. So, Lost Origin has the Giratina, which is obviously a very expensive card. It has the Aerodactyl as well, that's pretty expensive. There's the Rotom, and a couple other, or just one other alternate art. And yeah, that's basically it. There's a couple of secret rares, whatever, but in the long run, people are going to buy the set for the Giratina, Aerodactyl, Rotom, those alternate arts. But in my opinion, I feel like this trainer gallery is a lot better than Silver Tempest, and that's just my opinion. They have two Pikachus in the trainer gallery, which are really cool arts. They have the black and gold secret rare cards. They have a waifu card here. Have a couple of nice other trainer gallery cards here. And yeah, I just think that these are just better than the Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery card, and also I feel like the main set in Lost Origin is just better. But going on to Silver Tempest now, it's only pretty much the Lugia that people are going to chase for. I mean, there's the Serena and a couple other alternate arts, but you can see with the price, they're not as popular. But if we go to the Trainer Gallery, I know this has the Rayquaza in it, but other than that, there's really not that much else that people are probably going to be looking for. So this is basically it. Now, this is not to say it's a bad investment, but honestly, I've been buying. I haven't bought Silver Tempest yet, which I'm probably going to buy some boxes, but I was more focused on buying Lost Origin booster boxes before. But like I said, I am probably going to still pick these up if there is a sale for them during Black Friday. But I'd honestly, would stock up more on Lost Origin. But that's just my opinion. If you like Silver Tempest more, which there's probably a lot of people that do, you can, because yes, it has Lugia. But honestly, I feel like Lost Origin is going to perform better. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, that's basically the end of this video. Like I said, this is not to cause any FOMO or any manipulation in the market. And yes, if you watched like my video about a month ago, this was pretty much the exact same thing. But I kind of wanted to reiterate everything I said, just in case this draws more attention to people that haven't watched that video about a month ago. So hope you enjoyed. Sorry, I said that I haven't made a video in like 6 days. I'm gonna try to get more I guess consistent with my uploads. But yeah, that's the end. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.